we have a positive impact on the economy and in the market, and we expect that to as we have it going up.
So I was going to ask you this question: how did the banks weather that storm in the first quarter? Looking at the Naira's crunch, and with the fact that deposit in the commercial banks dropped drastically, almost more than 200 billion as reported by the CBN. So, how did the bank? What magic did they perform?
If you look at the bank performance, especially for the tier 1 banks, they have a huge cash reserve. That's what I would say. So I'm looking at their interest rate. It also shows you that they have a huge cash reserve and they were able to weather the storm. Their major goal is mainly on creating assets, because they have huge liability, huge deposit base. So they're trying to create assets, especially looking at the loan ratio that the CBN, the target, have given them. I think that has been their major issue. And so the cash crunch, it didn't really have, from the performance, it shows that it didn't really have much impact on them, and they were still able to weather the storm and post decent results for Q1.
Oh, okay. And so let me come to you now, Kasimo. Give us your outlook with regards to the MPC meeting, which is upcoming. I mean, this is going to be the final MPC meeting in this administration ahead of the inauguration, May 29. So give us the outlook, how the market is likely to react to that event.
The upcoming MPC meeting, I think the last inflation figure shows that we still have an increase in inflation, and that will be a sticky issue for the MPC. But you also have to look at the fact that further rate hike is going to have an impact on the economy. I think that will be, and also looking at what has happened in the developed economy, a slowdown in hikes. I think the MPC will take a clue from what is happening in the developed economy, but I think the inflation figure will also be a sticky issue for them.
Okay. Well, it's good that you addressed that, but I would like to hear your perspective, Kasimo. That question was actually meant for you. Let's say you have your take. Hello, Mr. Kofi, can you hear me? Okay, I mean, just a bit of a disruption there, but talk to us about this, Ambrose.
Beginning of the market, our discussion that follow suit what is happening in the mature economy. We know what happened before CBN swim into what rate hike, and the CBN governor and his team become what's it called, inflation hawk. By why I mean that they continue to hike rate just to checkmate inflation. But he said it in a World Bank meeting that as far as inflation continues to look up, that it's not going to slow down in terms of rate hike. But now that the matured economy where it started slowing down, you can see the rate started from 75 to 50 to 25. And at the end of the last we heard on the May 3rd, they said they are likely to go into normalization. That means either you leave it flat again, it will not start costing. They are also saying that inflation is a major thing that also guide their decision. All eyes on inflation figure next week for the month of April. If it start slowing down, but I believe that we should expect either inflation to remain at 22 or go back to 21, 85 or 90. If that happens, my seat will see rate live unchanged or for the month of for May. I think that should happen. But don't forget that as CBN governor, despite this is the last one for this administration, they still have a projection where they are taking the economy. I believe that on that note, they should know that if they increase interest rate again, they will further kind of slow down the economic recovery. Right. And don't forget that anything can happen. But I believe that since the number that came from Q1, the corporate earnings have given us an insight what our GDP will be for Q1. We all project that GDP will slow down, but yes, it's going to slow down, but not as much as because the earnings from the quoted companies, which are also part of the economy, have shown that this economy did well in terms of performance in Q1. That means we're going to see a growth, but might not be much as expected, just little. Okay. But if that continues also in Q2, it's a plus. I believe that the new government is coming with a kind of policy shift, coming with a reform also to support that. For investors, what they should do at this point is look at those sectors that are likely to be to have that reform, that change, that start investing towards that sector.